Good evening, ladies as well as gentlemen. Papa Boris here with some more Hearthstone Arena. Doing a mage deck. Nothing special, just your regular old basic mage cards. Literally basic. Good old Polymorph. That's a basic, right? Fireball's a basic, Flame Strike's a basic. Not even common, I don't think. Unless I misremember. Just regular old basic cards. Cruise into 4-0. Granted, some of the opponents were a little bit on the weak side. Went to the grocery store earlier today, got some Lay's stacks. My girlfriend likes these more than Pringles. I think I agree. They're just so crunchy and so salty with just a hint of oil.
Jaina versus Uther. I will fight.
Well, there we have it, ladies and gentlemen. The best paladin name since Tiny Dick. Officer Queer. Wow. Well, thank you for that, good sir. You have made the world a better place. This opening hand is a little bad. Unless I top deck my way out of it, I'm going to be in some serious trouble. Well, that's good. That is a help. It'd be nice to hang on to that Geomancer, but I just don't know if I'll be able to.
Reporting for duty.
Come on, 3-drop. Come on, come on, come on. Hey, it's a 3-drop. Alright. Definitely better to play the War Leader than anything else. Of course, there's a risk with the War Leader that the opponent's going to play a Murloc, and it'll be buffed, which sucks. On the upside, people don't usually think about this too much, so they're likely to miss it. Remember one time I actually missed the opportunity to play Bluegill Warrior that would have been buffed by the opponent's Murloc War Leader. Now this just sucks, because I actually did not get any of my cheap removal. No Frostbolt, no Flamethrower. So I could 2-for-1 into this thing. Oh man, it's just no good. I'm gonna try something a little tricky. I'm gonna run into it, ping, and I'm gonna leave it alive, which is risky, but it's frozen. And the hope is that I can use the Geomancer to trade into it, rather than trading the War Leader into it, which is, I don't know. I think it was worth a chance. Okay, well, let's see here. I think I'm gonna play the Knight over the Water Elemental. Let's see what he gets for his Shredder. Hopefully not Millhouse Mana Storm. Got 2-3, which is better than average. This game is a little dicey. Time Rewinder, not the greatest. But we do have Flame Strike. He has, God, 8 cards, 9 cards to my 6. Because he's going to kill the Squire. But I could ping this. I don't want to ping this, though. I want to play my Ogre. But maybe I could ping this thing and play the Elemental. I don't know if it'll be worth it. Depends on what he drops for 5 mana. He's got a fistful of cards. Granted, one of them is a time rewind or spare part, but still, he has 7 cards, so he's probably got something good to play here. I couldn't answer a Yeti. That's very unfortunate. Fireball, Polymorph, even Frostbolt, Flamethrower. Any of those would have been good. Oh, he actually has the buffs for this to make it kill my Silverhand Knight. Well, this is in a way okay, because I can still kill off his wolf with my Squire then. Unless he's got a something or other over here. Trog doesn't really bother me very much. Okay. Cool. So now I think we're just gonna kill the wolf.
If you insist.
And here, I think it's actually worth it to freeze this thing to stop any Blessing of Kings shenanigans. Even though a 5-5 is much worse than a, well, not much worse, but 3 stat points worse than a 6-7. I think freezing this is worth it, because it gives me some options. If he plays a lot of stuff, I can Flame Strike, perhaps. If he doesn't play much stuff, I can maybe play the Ogre. I could Elemental and Mirror Entity. Alrighty, Peace keeps this thing. I don't have any silences to stop that. He hits it? Why would he hit it? That doesn't make any sense. And he makes a recruit. Okay, so I could Flame Strike to clear this board. I don't know if it's actually worth it. Again, the motto, of course, is don't let paladins keep creatures, but I'm not sure it's actually worth it to do that. Mirror Entity would buff this guy. But I think it's worth it here because he just played some junk last turn. I am willing to let this guy get buffed to a 3-3 in exchange for either, you know, making him afraid of Duplicate or Mirror Entity. Obviously, now he doesn't want to play anything big. Even if he plays something small and I get a crappy creature, you know, that might be better than if he had like a giant thing to play here and he didn't play it because he was afraid of the secret. Let's see what he tries. I know there have been many times where I was like, ah, fuck it, and I just played a big creature and then ended up losing because they actually had the Mirror Entity. Alright, he's going to freeze it because, of course, they always get the coolant every goddamn time. This is actually really annoying because I really wanted to attack him and stop him from using his weapon.
Strathel will be purged.
Okay, nothing has that. So I get a 4/3 for 3, which will die to the Stone Splinter. Or no, it'll actually die to the Peacekeeper. The Stone Splinter is going to kill off the Elemental, which makes sense because that keeps this better creature around. And so again, I have the question of, should I Flame Strike? Oh, man. It's tough. If I just play the Ogre, you know... Okay, I think I want to do this. Let's ping. Flame Cannon. Please kill this thing. Thank you. Actually, it wouldn't have mattered that much, and they'll play the Yeti. So we can run this Purifier into the Yeti and then ping it to death, and then all of his stuff is gone, and I missed my chance for Flame Strike, but I just felt like Flame Striking there would have been a bit passive. He hasn't played anything big, he seems not to have anything huge, so let him expand now with some dinky crap, and then I can keep these things around and Flame Strike. Well, so much for that plan. Looks like he's going to actually kill off my Elemental with his beefed up Purifier. I can then ping this to death. Wow, Polymorph was timely. Can I kill him? I can't kill him. Kill it with the Yeti. I don't think it's worth it to put the Yeti back in the hand just to heal it and pass the turn. Okay, so I'm still not ahead, but you gotta remember there's a Pyroblast in this deck, so if I can hit him a couple times with the Yeti, I could win for that. I have a Fireball in here as well. Oh god, he just played nothing big all game, and then suddenly he's got nothing but fat. Wow, that sucks. Alright, we can still be okay here, though. Let's play the Ogre. Ping off the Recruit. I'm actually starting to get a little bit of lag here. Hit him in his face. And is it worth it to put this Yeti back into my hand? He's just going to kill it with the Archmage. If I put the Yeti back, he could hit my Ogre with his Archmage, though, and perhaps that would be worse. So I'm going to keep the Yeti out and about. I don't want to play the Sheep yet. I don't think that's necessary. So after the Archmage kills the Yeti, the Archmage will die to Flame Strike, and I hope he expands. He's played a Stormwind Champion and an Archmage after not having anything big for a while, so I'm hoping he's just going to play some cheap crap. He might notice that I've had this card for a while, but he might also think I don't have a Flame Strike, because there were some decent opportunities for me to play it, and I didn't. If the Ogre can hit him once and I top deck Pyroblast, I'll win, but I don't have any card draw in this deck. Shoot, that's 3 damage, so he can actually kill my Ogre now. He's actually going to do double Consecration. I don't know why he did that. Unless he has an Elven Archer to finish off the Ogre. Nope. It's just doing that for funds. For funds. Okay, that's a good word. I guess I should have put the Yeti back in my hand, but who knew that was going to happen. Playing out the Sheep would have made very little sense because the Recruit could have just pinged it and killed it. So well, I could just drag this out. If he doesn't have any Antique Healbots or Justices in his deck, which granted seems like is no one. God, Jesus, fucking, well, so much for that plan. It's gonna be difficult now to burn this guy out. Alright, 5 kills my 5. I can just run in and Flame Strike and then repopulate with the Wolf and a Sheep. Seems pretty lame, especially if he kills the Sheep, my Wolf dies. Ugh. Christ. I could pop my own Sheep. Only gets this guy down to 4, and then he still doesn't die, even with the Wolf's help, unfortunately. And this thing doesn't die either to the Sheep.
Where am I?
Alright. I don't know if this is the right move, but it's the move I'm gonna make.
Where am I?
Gonna hit him in his face for 3. Ping that. My hope is that he, should I just play the Sheep out here? If he kills the Sheep, it kills the Wolf. No, I'm not gonna... Actually... screw it. I'm not gonna play the Sheep. My hope is that he kills the wolf, kills this guy with the guardian. Then these two things both die to flame strike. He expands anything more, and then they all die to flame strike. He's already played a Storm Champion, one of these, an Archmage. I mean, he's got to run out of big things at some point. Alright, that dies to Flame Strike. Can you play one more of your creatures, buddy? Come on, just one more. One more for the Flame Strike. No, not a chance. Alright, well, let's play Flame Strike. And sure, I'll play a sheep. This isn't going to do much except, you know, run into something and deal 3 damage. 4 with the help of the Fire Blast. Or it might suck up some removal if he wants his creatures not to die. Wow. Alright, so that's 3rd consecration, for those of you keeping count at home. 3 consecrations this guy had. And a healer. Alright, so he's healed up 8. I will play the Mystic, because with the ping's help it does kill the Darkscale healer, which is good enough for me. The Yeti's going to need a couple of whacks in order to bring him down to Pyroblast range, but the game is getting nice and dragged out. Granted, if these are any good, I might fall behind here. And unfortunately, that is what's going to happen. Thankfully, that didn't fire. Alright. Spiteful Smith is a really good drop here. So we do that. We play this. I could rewind this and replay it to get the heal back. Then I don't get to ping this thing. But this thing's going to die regardless. So yeah, I'm actually going to do this. And replay it. Now my health's getting a little bit low here. I'm going to drop to 9 health if he hits me in the face. But I doubt he would. Unless... Because he's not going to deal 9 damage with 1 card. Unless he's got some really smashing follow-up. Please don't be a good card. He's already played so many good things. Muster Battle, that is a really good card. I have 1 more Flame Strike in here, which would nullify this. Otherwise, this is a huge pain. I don't kill him with Pyroblast. These guys hit him only down to 12. And then my health's starting to be a bit precarious. How does he want to handle this situation? Is he going to damage himself to kill off my Yeti? I would love to see a Flame Strike, Pyroblast. Oh, he's going for the face. Well, it makes sense. He knows I have to kill his stuff, so there's no point killing it for me. In fact, yeah, I'm almost dead. Wow.
I'm sorry.
Well, that's why I drafted it, so that I could draw it during the game. He needs 7 damage to kill me. It's not likely to happen. Although Deathwing would probably win him the game here. I've already used my my Polymorph. Alright, luckily he doesn't get to draw any cards off of this, and he concedes. I wonder why he conceded. He knew that I could kill this thing, but I was still at 8. I mean... Anyway, you might say, oh, you got top deck to Flame Strike. Let's talk about that time when he had 3 consecrations. Yeah, you want to talk about that time? Yeah, it was a good time. So, I'm gonna give myself all due credit for that victory. Let's have some celebratory stacks. It's alliterative. Good old oily, salty, crunchy goodness. Hey, we're the opponent. Another paladin. Guts him.
I will fight with honor.
What was that last guy's name? I forget. It was Queer something, right? Professor Queer? No, it wasn't Professor Queer. Oh my god, I forget what it was. Well, thankfully it's being recorded so we can remember it. Senor Queer? No, what was it? Jesus, I can't remember it. It was something queer. That was really funny. And I forgot what it is. Ridiculous. Alright. I think it is worth using the coin here to ping the leper. Because next turn I can then play the Snow Chugger. If I don't do that, I can ping the leper next turn, but then whatever he played is up against an empty board. Plays an Ooze. Well, that's unfortunate. That will kill the Snow Chugger. Mana Worm. I would have played that on turn 1 if I had it. That would have been a good response to the leper. Well, let me save my coin. Now Mana Worm's kind of awkward. Does he have a Divine Argent Protector? I guess not. This smacks of a Avenge. If I kill this, the Avenge will pop, and the Stalker will get buffed. And that would be very annoying to deal with. Although I could use Polymorph to kill it, or I could try to steal the Avenge. Let's check. It is highly likely to be an Avenge. So I'm going to play the Mirror Entity, and then steal the Avenge with my Mystic. Hopefully he'll play some creature this turn. Not just... Alright, he plays the Acolyte, which is clever. However, I will get a card off of this. So it's not the worst, but the fact that he has a 3-2 to kill it readily is not the best either. Also, he's going to get a couple of cards off of his Acolyte, because he's going to get to run it into a 2-3, unfortunately. Alright, Cone of Cold wouldn't be the worst thing here. Doesn't happen, though. Ah, man, do I steal it? If I steal it, there's a pesky 3-1 will kill off my Mystic. Of course, then this becomes a 5-5.
What to do? What to do?
I could play the Mystic and then kill off his Ooze, then the Mystic itself could live, but then I don't get to trigger Revenge. But I'm actually okay with that. I'm fine with that. Yeah, this is okay. I steal his Secret, which is almost certainly Avenge. Yep. Then I am going to kill this, and now this Acolyte's only worth a single card rather than being worth 2 cards, because I took off my 2-3. So I think that was the right move. So my card situation's not the greatest, but I do have a Flame Strike and a Polymorph, which is a very nice basic card combo, because the Polymorph takes out anything big and the Flame Strike takes out anything middling to small. So I should be okay. Alright, Blessing of Might, he does go up a card with this, and only spends 1 mana for the honor. Blessing of Wisdom, ah, that's clever. So this is annoying, because it means that if I don't kill this, it's going to give him some significant card advantage. I could use Arcane Golem or Polymorph or Fireball to kill it, none of which I want to do. Or I could play a Mana Worm and a Shredder. The Mana Worm kind of sucks here. Alright, I'm going to do this. And I'll stop him from drawing those cards. It does suck that he got an extra mana. That mana could be significant. But on the other hand, again, I have the Polymorph and the Flame Strike. And one of these days I'll get to use Avenge, although it's not likely to be all that great. I also have a Fireball for some extra removal. The main regret in my life is that I don't have any, I haven't dealt any damage to him, so I'm not open to the possibility of killing him with with the burn.
Reporting for duty.
Okay. So my life total is depleting. I should not take that lightly. Let's do this. And hope that what I get out of this Shredder isn't crappy. He can then be down to 12 health, which is a little bit alarming, but I do have Flame Strike coming online, so as long as he doesn't have anything really amazing up here, I should be okay. Okay, that's unfortunate, because I have to use Polymorph against it. And he cleverly does not use the Tiger to kill my Shredder, putting me in a very awkward situation. Oh, man. Even if I run my Shredder into this, Flame Strike neither kills it nor the Tiger. What I really needed was a, what's his face? I needed a Cone of Cold here.
I wonder.
Well, I have no choice. I really need to Polymorph that. And I need to hope I get something good out of the Shredder. Armor Smith. That's not the greatest thing I could have hoped for. But I finally got 2 minions on the table. The main problem is he hits me for 5 down to 7. I mean, if he has any sort of damage like a True Silver or something, I'm just screwed, and I'm actually going to lose to Burn against a Paladin, which is the most bizarre thing. Probably stealing the Secret was the wrong move. I should have just popped the Avenge, and then, after popping the Avenge, played Polymorph to kill the Avenged creature. Wow, he's actually going to give me life, so I guess he doesn't fancy his odds of burning me out. Alright, my Mana Worm becomes a Chillwind Yeti. Does he have a way of dealing with it? He just top-decked something. Please don't be a Silence. That would suck. Please be a creature that dies to Flame Strike. I don't think he made the right move here. I think he should have just kept going for my face. Maybe he was afraid of the Armor Smith. He figured since I had that, I'd be able to get enough health that he couldn't burn me out. So card-wise, I'm actually doing alright. I mean, he's got 5 to my 6. It's really just my life total that's a problem. Plays a Frostwolf Warlord. Well, that is annoying. That is definitely annoying. I could Fireball this thing. But I really do need to kill the Cult Master.
That was a mistake.
I could run the Mana Worm in and Flame Strike. That would be the easiest way to take care of everything. But I'm going to take a little chance here. I'm going to kill the Cult Master. I'm going to freeze this Warlord. And then I'm going to ping this. This might make him think I don't have Flame Strike, because if I had Flame Strike, I would have clearly pinged this. I could ping it again next turn and finish everything off with Flame Strike. This could get him to overextend if he's the kind of person who pays attention to that sort of thing.
I've got a hit.
Alright, so he's going to kill off my Frost Elemental. Maybe I really should have just pinged this. Now I'm kind of committed to fireballing it.
Reporting for duty.
Dragon Egg. Alright, so he's going to get a 2-1 Whelp after I inevitably Flame Strike. That's fine. Let's fireball this thing. I'm going to ping his Recruit. Play the Mirror Entity and pass the turn. The main thing I'm really concerned about, honestly, is that he plays nothing. As long as he plays something, I'm okay. He's already wasted this, which would have been a good way to foil out a Mirror Entity. And what else does he get? A Secret? Crap. Well, he's playing his cards smart. Alright, what I'm going to do is use my Cone of Cold here. Ping off this to see if it's another... Oh, it's not an Avenge, because the Recruit already died. We're just going to play the Ancient Mage. Okay, so we know it's not Avenge, we know it's not Redemption, we know it's not Repentance. It could be Noble Sacrifice, which is the most likely thing. Or it could also be Eye for an Eye, which is less likely, but surprisingly bad here. Is he going to play a minion? I'd love him to. No, he decides to not play anything more. The sheep could actually kill everything, if I wanted it to. But I don't really see the problem here. If he's not gonna do any damage to me, let's just kill off his stuff. Ah yes, there's the Noble Sacrifice. Play some creatures. Pass the turn. Okay, so I'm going into 9 health. He's got 3 cards. He could potentially burn me out. But the next creature he plays, I am gonna copy with my Mirror Entity. So I've got more than what I seem to have as far as board presence goes. My main concern is being burned out. Alright, Questing Adventure is what I get, which could be really good, unless he kills this. Plays yet another secret, and a Spellbreaker. Alright. Well, he decided to go balls to the walls Dickens here, and that is not what he needed to do right here, because I did have the Flame Strike. I'm going to give myself some credit for this. I know it looks like, you know, I played a dopey opponent who just didn't know how to play around Flame Strike. But I think he thought that I didn't have it. I think he's saying well played because he really believed that I didn't have the Flame Strike. I really held off on that as long as I could, and it won me the game. I think he did exactly what I hoped for, was that when I pinged his Trog instead of his Frostwolf Warlord, he read that as a sign that the card I'd been holding wasn't a Flame Strike. Perhaps he thought it was a Pyroblast. And then, for that reason, he overextended. Because on that turn, he didn't have to do anything. He didn't have to play the Questing Adventure or the Spellbreaker. He could have just minded his own business. Maybe he did it because... Maybe I'm wrong about all this. Maybe he did it because he was starting to fall behind on the board. He got me down a lot in health, but those last 10 hit points made all the difference. Well, because if I hadn't had them, I would have been dead. But that life resource was crucial. Otherwise, if I'd fallen any further, I would have lost. Walrus King! Oh, another great name. What was the queer guy? What was his name? Ah, Jesus. Can't believe I forgot that. I'm going to keep Miranity because I might not get anything else to play. Flamekin. Alright, so we have a lot of early action. It's not necessarily the best early action, but at least I have things to play. 2, 3, and 4. Decent cards individually. Let's see, can he please pass the turn? Please, please, please. Oh, God. Well, it's not the coin. It's Light's Justice. Well, of all the cards that exist in the game, Snowchugger is probably one of the best to have against a turn 1 Light's Justice. It veritably stops him from using this weapon. Unless, of course, he plays, you know, a 2-drop, then I'd have to obviously kill it. Although I could Flame Cannon it and then hit him in the face.
It's time for a little.
Mirror Entity or Flame Cannon? I'm gonna Flame Cannon. He still has this coin if he, oh, I wish I could play Soot Spewer. I just can't play it. I can't play it. I can't leave it alone against a Berserker. Yeah. It's gonna suck if he coins into a Yeti here or something, and I really could have, like, stopped that with the Mirror Entity, but I'll take that chance. He's got 5 cards plus the coin. He doesn't have it. He has a Grizzly, which is good against my Snowchugger. So, either I run into the Grizzly and ping it and then do nothing, or I play a good 4-drop, but let him kill my Snowchugger. I'm going to go ahead and play the good 4-drop. This is a little bit risky, of course, but my thinking here is if he runs the Grizzly into the Chugger, I can next turn ping the Bear and play Soot Spewer, which is not the greatest turn 5, but it's not the worst either. He still has his coin. He could play a 5-drop. Things can get bad very quickly here. Make no mistake. Oh, God, am I going to... Wow, I'm going to regret not playing a Mirror Entity. That's for damn sure. So now, boy. Things are going to get real hairy real quick. We have to kill that. And do I play the Arcane Golem to run into that Fel Reaver? No, I'm going to go ahead and... there's no way I can burn out this many cards while this thing lives. Yeah, that's way too many cards I'd have to play. But I am going to see, because he... I don't know, he coined into this 5-drop last turn. Maybe he will play another big 5-drop this turn. And I can always Yeti and Arcane Golem into it. Alright, I get a 2/2 with Divine Shield, which isn't the greatest use of a 3-mana card. On the other hand, it might have stopped him from playing something big if he played this specifically to avoid Mirror Entity. Can't play Flame Strike next turn, which is unfortunate. I would have liked to Chillwind Yeti into this and then Flame Strike away, but I could play Shredder plus Ping. Alright, he's going to use the Fel Reaver as a kind of, you know, card advantage source, which is eminently fair. And play Dancing Swords. Alright. Let's play the Shredder. This guy's got some big Beefosaurus Rexes over there. I am going to think about this. This thing is going to die to Flame Strike. Is there a chance I won't play Flame Strike? For 2 damage, it's not worth risking. So I'm just going to go ahead and trade that there. So the Shredder stands to kill off his Fel Reaver. If he has Hammer of Wrath, that would suck. I'm not going to be able to play 5 more cards with this thing out here, I don't think. Alright, looks like, however, I'm going to get a pretty big Flame Strike off. I don't know, he goes for the face. Makes sense. Makes sense. So now I have to run my Shredder into this thing and then play Flame Strike. So hopefully what I get out of here is either a Bluegill Warrior or a Kobold Geomancer. Obviously that's a very specific request. But if I did get either one of those, then Flame Strike could be used to clear the entire board. Wow, that actually happened. Unbelievable. So we play Flame Strike. God, this guy has some really good cards. I have not seen a single bad card come out of there. But we got a lucky Shredder and a lucky Flame Strike. Killed everything off. I'm at 15 health. He has 4 cards, so he's down on cards, but way ahead on life. Well, not way ahead. It's He's ahead. Let's just put it that way. Alright, this is actually a really nice turn of events for me because I get to play the Soot Spewer. This makes Frostbolt kill the dwarf. I still have enough mana then to ping that, so we're at exactly... Oh, shoot. I screwed up. I should have played that. I didn't realize I'd have enough mana to play the Worm. I could have actually raised this to be a 2-3. That was a mistake. Whoops. Well, hopefully it won't cost me. I still have Reach. This could be useful. Who knows? And then the Ogre could be a big drop. If he doesn't have anything big here, I could drop the Ogre. Oh my god, he has nothing. Well, let's think about this. Why would he play nothing? The only reason I could think of, well, the one that jumps off the top of my head, that he would play nothing is if he has Equality Consecration and is waiting for me to overextend. I can't fathom any other reason why someone with nothing but good cards that have been filing out of here the entire time would play nothing. So I am going to make a rather bold play here. I am actually going to play around Equality Consecrate. Because I really actually think that's what he has. I just don't know what else it would be. I guess he could be holding out for Deathwing, but if he had Deathwing, he'd play stuff. Alright, he plays the card he just top-decked. I mean, god, could his hand be that bad? Like, could it actually be that bad? He got the card... Oh, jeez. This is the card he top-decked. Could his hand be so bad? Alright, let me think. I could burn him. No, that's not enough. If I played this, this would hit for 9, down to 17.
I wonder.
Down to 15, down to 14. Yeah, it's still not enough. I'm not holding the Pyroblast. Okay, so what I'm going to do is this, and hit him in the face. And I'm going to pass the turn. It's possible he's holding some kind of weird, bizarre 4-card junk hand with things like Holy Champion and whatnot, but I really don't think so. I think this guy has had such a good deck, there's got to be a reason, and I'm not going to overextend. Alright, this is the card he just top decked, so he keeps playing the card he just top decked. Maybe his hand is just that bad, and I've been playing around like an idiot. Alright, there's the Pyroblast, so... Now... Let me think. If I'm reversing switch this guy... he'd hit for 5. The Mana Worm would get buffed. Mana Worm would get buffed to 2. So 5 plus 2 is 7. 7 plus 7 is 14. Then if he didn't have a healing, I'd kill him with Pyroblast the following turn. But if he did have healing, I'd be in trouble. So what I'm going to do to hedge my bets is... I'm going to reversing switch this guy. I'm going to ping the shield off. This is a bet hedging maneuver there. We'll hit him in the face.
Where am I?
And I'm going to play an Ogre. So now I won't kill him. I don't know what I did. I think I might have just been an idiot right here. Yeah, I don't know what the hell I just did. I should have played the Ogre like 2 turns ago or 3 turns ago because he clearly doesn't have the Equality Consecrate. No, he does! Oh my god, I was correct. So he uses it now. Although he just top-decked the Consecrate. So he was waiting for me to overextend. Damn. And Blessing of Wisdom. Alright, he doesn't actually have that many cards left. Because there was that Fel Reaver, you know, from earlier. Could I win on a fatigue here? Oh, Cone of Cold. Oh, Cone of Cold. How I love you. Alright, well I was right. I actually read him perfectly. I just didn't follow through on it. Okay, I'm threatening lethal with this plus Pyroblast. Let's see if he consecrates for the kill on this guy. 4 cards, he could deal 9 damage. Bomb Lobber. Oh, that's annoying. So I don't want to Flame Strike. I don't want to Fireball this thing. Ah, jeez. Alright. Well, I guess I am going to Flame Strike to kill those. Alright, we are threatening lethal damage again, because this now deals 11 damage. Plus 2 kills him. I messed up. I shouldn't have played the Ogre earlier. Well, if I'd played the Ogre earlier, I'd used Equality Consecrator earlier. I don't know if that would have been better or worse. This is irrelevant. Does he have anything with Taunt or Life Gain? Anything with taunt or life gain? Alright, well played, my good sir.
Played.
The 11 damage Pyroblast for the kill. Well, I would have been fine, probably, without that. Although this 2 damage might have put me down to 5, which might have, you know, killed me if he had gotten enough burst. It was a bit tenuous. Okay, I don't know if I played that correctly, but I am going to give myself some props for realizing he had a quality consecrate. I think some people would have missed that. They'd be like, oh, the opponent didn't play anything, so great. Let me just play my Boulder Fist Ogre now. But should I have committed to not playing the Ogre? What I probably should have done is instead of doing the reversal on my Pimp, probably should have just kept him the way he was and focused on clearing his board.
Jaina versus Gul'dan.
Lays.
Be mine.
You asked for it.
Okay. I have to keep the Mirror Entity even though it's not a great turn 3 play. So otherwise I might have nothing to do. I get something. Hot Potato. Nice name. Well, we have all the removal this game. He has nothing. Alright, now the obvious problem with playing the Sheep is that he could Mortal Coil it. But I think it's better to do that than to ping his face, because the Sheep at least gives me something. I can deal up to 3 damage now with the Sheep. And it might be better than what I would have gotten otherwise. Wow. So he's gearing up. He has nothing on turn 1 or turn 2 or turn 3. Clearly then the move is to play the Mirror Entity. Since he had nothing on turn 2 or turn 3, there's a decent chance he didn't want to throw anything in front of the way of the Sheep. I see. So this is clever. Because now, you know, there's a decent chance that he's actually going to get a really good demon out of here. Crap. If I run these guys at each other, obviously I get nothing. I don't have any demons in my deck. I could ping this to death, but then you'd get a demon to fall down, and I wouldn't have enough mana to kill the demon after that. So what I'm going to do instead is just ignore that thing. So my thinking here is that if with 5 mana, I can Flame Cannon this guy and Coin Polymorph to take out his demon, which could be useful. The funny thing is if he has no demons. Wow.
Bring out your dead.
God. This looks like a really good card. Most 1-cost minions are really, really crappy. As you can see here, I got a pretty crappy one. Okay. Well, this 5/6 is a threat in its own right. So the demon, whatever demon he gets, might not be as big of a deal as this is. Oh, man. I mean, I could just fireball this thing. Why don't I do that? Why don't I just fireball this thing and hit him in the face? I don't need to. That thing's frozen. I don't need to kill it. Now, he could play Hellfire here, which would clear the entire board, and then he would drop a demon down, but then I could polymorph it. Oh, I see. Oh my gosh, he actually didn't have another demon besides this. That's fantastic. Alright. Here, I think, is the time to use my coin, right? Yeah? Yeah? Okay. Well, hang on a minute. I could Flame Cannon, Coin, Spiteful Smith, or I could Soot Spewer, Frostbolt, and hit him. Well, I might as well just use the coin, though. So, coin. Let's play the Spiteful Smith. Flame Cannon. Hit him in his face. I've actually done a really good job getting damage through this whole game, although, obviously, he hasn't really played anything.
Well played.
Yeah, that was an interesting game. That Void Caller made things very interesting. I think I played around it correctly, though. So props to me again. Actually, that was very fast. I wasn't expecting to do another game, but we're doing another game, folks, because we have still 5 minutes to go. Alright, 7-0 as a mage. I said I hope this deck would make it above 3 wins, and it did. In a high style, no less. Keep them coming. Wait, I'm at 8 wins. Whoop. Right, 8 wins, yes. Another paladin.
I will fight.
Mig her 10.
You asked for it.
Do you keep your water elemental here? It's a mistake. It's tempting, but it's a mistake. I'm gonna mulligan it. Well, mulliganing that water elemental got me a Geomancer, which is good. And I still have a good 4-drop. Okay, everything worked out here. Please pass the turn. Doubt. Dragon Egg. Well, that's fine. So, Wolf and Geomancer are both cards you don't want to play on turn 2, but I'm going to play the Geomancer because if I play the Wolf after it, I can deal up to 3 damage, which could be significant. Jeepers Creepers. There's really no point in playing the Wolf here, so I'm just going to work on clearing things off. Let's get rid of that egg. I can pop the spiders and then deal 2 damage across the board, which could be useful. Let's see if he can kill my Geomancer here. He can't, but 2 damage across the board won't kill this. I could play the Wolf, run the Geomancer in, and then ping this Ogre Brute to death. Or I could just play the Yeti. Let the Brute have a 50-50 shot of killing the Geomancer. I could pop the spiders, Cone of Cold, kill the spiders and freeze this, and let the Geomancer kill it next turn. I think that's the safest play. This way I can kill this and then still play my good 5-drop. And I used Cone of Cold, which might have otherwise been a difficult spell to make use of. Hoping he doesn't have a good 4-drop here. He has a 5-drop. Well, that's not good. Please don't be Sludge Belcher. Oh, it's the healer, which is even worse. So now I can't follow through on my plan. Balls. Well, I'd say he's got a pretty big advantage here. Pretty big. Flame Strike's not online next turn, which sucks. I'm really counting on Flame Strike to catch me up, but if he keeps playing big cards, Flame Strike won't catch up. I don't have any Polymorphs or Fireballs to take things out. I'll lose. Oh, almost made it to 9-0, but here we hit a bit of a bump. I should probably have just killed off that Brute and let the spiders be whole. Please hit my face, hit my face, hit my face, hit my face. 1 in 4 chance that it'll hit my face. Boy, he doesn't seem to like his odds options. I don't know why he doesn't, because he's got a friggin' Consecration. Wow. Alright. You know, it honestly could have been a lot worse. It could have been a lot worse, because here I get to play the Yeti. I'm gonna ping that. So my Yeti kills us 4/4. He's got 5 cards to 5. My life is okay. It's good enough here. If the Ogre attacks, it could actually suicide against my Yeti. If he buffs the Ogre to kill my Yeti, he might end up missing the Yeti and hitting my face. I got a Flame Strike here. Well, I really need Blessing of Kings. Not Blessing of Kings, I really need Polymorph. Okay. This is difficult to kill. Mirror Entity. Shit. The only way to kill this is to run in and Flame Strike. That's not palatable. So I'm going to ping this Mirror Entity and play Mr. Chugga Chugga Choo Choo. So my hope here is that I psych him out into thinking it's a Vaporize. Or that if the Ogre attacks my face, it'll miss and attack one of my creatures instead. Then I'll Flame Strike, while also to kill it, while also killing something else and getting a creature from Mirror Entity. I think if I had just run the Yeti and Flame Strike, that was as good as giving up. Now this Pyroblast is awkward. I have not dealt any damage to him. It's going to be difficult for me to deal 14 more damage this game, especially if he's any kind of healing up his sleeve. Flame Strike's on the left of my hand, so it's been there for a while. He might guess that that's what it is. Oh my god. So I get a 2/2 and he gets a 4/8, which does not die to Flame Strike, of course. That also is a pretty good counter to Flame Strike. Friggin' hell, man. Alright. Well, what do we do? I think it makes sense to play the Wolf. Run this crapola into the Shredder. Of course he gets, you know, one of the best possible things. Let's kill that off. Play a Smith and pass the turn. He's got 7 damage down to 8. With luck, the Ogre runs himself into my Spiteful Smith, and then Flame Strike finishes it off. Well, I held out as long as I could on the Flame Strike, and I guess it pays off because I do get to clear off all these 1/1s now. The Ogre does not miss. And the Spectral Knight. Okay. That was smart. That was really smart to do that because he knew he was going to die to Flame Strike anyway. Is it worth it to use the Sheep here? That would drop these guys down to 4. Let me think. Sheep, ping your sheep, kills off the recruits, damages these guys to die to Flame Strike next turn. I get hit for 8 down to 7, I should be okay though. Meanwhile, I hit him for 4 down to 17, so I'm inching closer to Pyroblast range. Flame Strike, I could then run the Smith into this, but that doesn't seem all that worth it.
I wonder.
I could Flame Strike and play the sheep, and the sheep would basically be set to kill these guys. But then the sheep would also... No, it wouldn't kill my Smith. He'd run the Spectral Knight into my Smith, because he's frozen, and then he'd try to hit me in the face with the Brute. If the Brute missed the sheep could be good to have around the following turn. Christ. So why am I playing the Mana Worm when he has the way to kill it? The reason is that he needs to kill the Smith. If he doesn't have a Hammer of Wrath to do that... Please miss, please miss, please miss. God damn it, it didn't miss. Well, that sucks.
Just me and Mr. Bitey.
Alright. He's not stupid. He kills the worm. Alright, well, we're gonna have to play a stalling game here. I could Frostbolt his face down to 14, but it's not close enough to death, so I'm gonna ping this with Frostbolt. And hope that next turn I can play the sheep and ping it to kill off this, his other recruit, and something else. Now that means he has to play something with only 2 health. But that's what I have to go for. Alright, he heals up, so I'm farther away from the Pyroblast. If I top-decked Flame Strike, I'd be in good shape. Sheep is bad now, it'll enrage this guy, so he'd hit me for 10. Which would almost kill me. I'd be down to... Well, with this, I'd be down to just 2 health. Alas. No... Flame Strike top deck this time. But at least I get to kill off that. So I'm very far behind. I'm down to 7 health, but there's a non-zero chance of winning, so let's wait and see what he wants to do. Alright, he really deftly played around the Flame Strike and everything else I threw at him. So I'm going to lose now. I don't think I have anything. I can Flame Strike and ping to kill this, but that'd only be a temporary reprieve. He actually has lethal here. No, he doesn't. He has 3, 4, 5. So he has 2 off of lethal. 2 more damage would be lethal. Does he have a way to do it? He must, or he wouldn't be doing this. Oh, no, I guess he's just thinking he can kill me next turn. Alright, let's see if I get that Flame Strike. I don't. Alright, well played. I can get him down to 8 with Pyroblast, but it's not good enough. So, unfortunately, my run comes to a halt. At 8-0, I go down to 8-1. Still, though, a very good run. And that'll do it for this video. So thanks for watching, everybody. Hope you enjoyed that. Please like and or subscribe, and I'll see you again soon. Take care.